Hi everybody, I am hoping that I am live and that you can see me. Give me some kind of thumbs up, write something in the comments if you're there. Hi Ellen, I can see you there. Welcome to today's WorkJoy Wednesday live session. I've got a few things that I wanted to talk about today, a few things to update on, and then some thinking for you. And it's something that if you have been following me on LinkedIn, I have been saying quite a lot of, but I wanted to go in a bit more detail about it and to see where it might take you in some of your thinking. Hi Chris, hi Sal, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining me today. So let me talk about a couple of WorkJoy updates. I have been, in the last few weeks, and 3 more to go this week, recording season 2 of the WorkJoy Jam podcast. And as you know, being at my desk with a microphone is one of my happy places. It's been an incredible journey with some amazing speakers. So we've still got another few weeks left to go on season 1. If you've been listening along when we've been promoting them, or if you've already listened to all of them, or if you've picked a mix, I hope you're really enjoying them. We've been having some lovely feedback, and one that just totally warmed the cockles of my heart. The other day was somebody who said that listening to Lucy, who we are featuring this week, all about her side hustle, has actually inspired her to go down to 4 days a week in her day job so that she can really focus on her passion area and building her side business. And that kind of inspiration for me is that's the reason I get on here and talk to people and find out, because there is so much inspiration to be had from finding out about different people's lives and their careers and what they do and their advice. So thank you all for listening to those. There's still 4 more episodes to go, I think, and I really hope you enjoy them. Do let us know. And if you want to, I'd love it if you can write some reviews on the podcasting apps that you use. Always good for other people to get to know what you like about it. But season 2, so many amazing people. I'm going to give you a little bit of a flavour of who's coming along. I have people who are leading businesses. I have people who are Paralympic athletes going to Japan this year. Very exciting. I've got somebody who was a dancer in the West End. I have got authors. I've got experts in things like imposter syndrome. I've got entrepreneurs and people who are starting businesses. So I think you're going to really love, again, the diversity of people that we'll have on in season 2. And since Monday, I've also signed up 3 people for season 3. So even more to come. So season 2 is going to come out in around June. We're going to finish season 1, have a couple of weeks break, get everything ready and start in June. And then we're looking to launch season 3 in the autumn. I'd also love to know from all of you, anyone that you want me to talk to, and I'll go and approach them and see if they will come on the show with me. So do let me know. I'd love to know who are you interested in listening to, their perspective on WorkJoy. So that's all about the podcast, and it makes me so happy to be able to tell you all of these things. It's still coming. We've had more than 750 people listen to an episode or more of those episodes. So 750 downloads, 750 listens. I would love to make it 1,000 by the end of this season. So get on listening if you haven't been listening yet, or listen to more if they're giving you some inspiration. The second thing I wanted to talk about, it's been a very exciting week this week, is our spring cohort of the WorkJoy Way Coaching Programme started this week. So from Monday, we have 8 incredible people joining us on the programme, all looking to get a bit more joy in their working life, to look at their careers, to look at what they do and who they are. And it's going to be an amazing 16-week programme, which takes us right through to August. This week, they're getting started with some preparation, with some thinking about themselves and what their preferences are. And then we'll kick in next week with tracking, and then start the experiments and have our group coaching sessions and the one-to-ones with me. I am so excited to get started with this. And it's one of those things I just love doing, and seeing how people grow and what they learn and how they become, more confident or better able to do what they want to do, and all of the things that they want to do individually. I can't wait to see it. And it's so lovely to have a new group of people to work with. It's also lovely catching up with our first group from the autumn 2020, the pilot group, the originals, a couple of weeks ago. And if you sign up to the newsletter, you will be able to see this. There has been so many amazing successes. I think we had 5 people on the call and 4 of them had secured new, brilliant, amazing jobs. And it's so great to see and to know that the impact isn't just within those 16 weeks, it's what happens afterwards. And the sense of support and community that comes from being part of one of these cohorts. It's just so great. I love being part of it. So I thank them all for letting me guide them through these adventures that they're going on through the WorkJoy way. Couple of other things. I thought I'd give you a little bit of a preview about some of the stuff that's coming up. We are going to be working with something called Club WorkJoy. It's going to be a little bit of a membership option, and within Club WorkJoy there's going to be some events, some networking, some amazing speakers, and I am hoping in the next few weeks to let you know about that. I'm also going to in the next few weeks let you know about the September start dates for the autumn cohort of the WorkJoy way. So if you're at all interested in that, I can tell you more. Book a call with me, send me a note, send me something on here. It would be great to think about how you might benefit from that experience. So a couple of things coming up and really excited. I also want to give a big shout out to 3 people today, and those shout outs are to Will, to Dan and to Ellie. We have been working like crazy behind the scenes because about 10 weeks ago I decided I wanted everybody on the programme to have access, on the WorkJoy Way programme, to have access to a system where they could see the videos, they could download their documents, and it was an idea that I had. I really wanted this rather than sending lots of emails and things. So somewhere where they could go and access it. It opens up each week, and Dan and Will have worked an amazing job on taking the fantastic designs that Kelly created for me for the WorkJoy brand and making it not only practical and something that actually does what it says on the tin around systems, but also they made it look really, really pretty. And for me, if it's practical and pretty, I am totally on board. So massive shout out to them. Thank you so much. Love it, love it, love it. And more to come with the system because it's got loads of potential to do amazing things. The thing I really wanted to talk about today, and I'm only going to be another 5 minutes or so, don't worry, you don't have to spend all your evening watching me. I want to talk to you about this idea and these things that are going around. There's a lot of hashtagging around it, around this idea of going back to normal. And it's been winding me up, and it's been giving me a little bit of work gloom because I'm thinking, does everyone really want to go back to normal? And I get it. This has been a really tough year for many, many people. And I'm very privileged that I've been able to continue working and to build WorkJoy and to do all of these things. Equally, I think there's probably some things that we've all experienced that maybe we don't want to lose. So I have been challenging anyone who says to me back to normal, why not change that? And it's not, it doesn't sound as nice, but what about thinking about forward to better? What about thinking about taking some time to consider which bits of the normal you were happy with that gave you some joy and you want to keep doing, and which bits of the old normal are things that you don't really want to go back to? And I started doing some of this thinking myself, and as per usual, I used a giant post-it note because that's how I think. All different sizes. This isn't even the biggest one I own. So I was thinking about forward to better, and what I was considering here is in thinking about going forward, what do I want more of in my life? Number 1, joy. What do I want less of? And what are some of the things that have happened in the last year that I'm actually really keen to keep? I won't talk through all of them, but I'll give you a little flavour of what I was saying. I want more hugs. I've definitely missed hugs. I want more of them in my life. I want to spend more time with my friends and my family. I have definitely missed you all. And it would be lovely to be back in contact and see you. I also wrote things like, I want to do more swimming, more singing and more writing. As you all know, I'm trying to write the WorkJoy book and I haven't actually got there yet. But I was also thinking then about some more time reflecting, some more time to think, some more time to do some of those things. But then I started thinking about this idea that I've put on here, I want to do more swimming and more singing because I've missed it in the last year and a half. But then I thought about, actually, how often did I really make time to do those things pre-COVID? So I might have missed them because they've not been available to me in some way. But I also didn't really prioritise them before. So I'm now thinking some of my forward to better is to really commit to some of that more and to know what that looks like and to really nail it down. I also thought about what do I want a bit less of from the version of the old me, the old normal. And I was thinking about, I wrote some things down which you might laugh at. The endless travelling for work, where I spent more time in the car, on a train, on planes. It was like planes, trains and automobiles. And in, a Premier Inn or whichever version of Travel Lodge or whatever it was, in some place that I'd never get to explore because I wouldn't get there till late at night. And I think for me, the travelling now has to be really purposeful and travelling for joy, not just for work. So that's something to consider. I also write things like sore feet. So I used to spend my life on my feet. In some ways really good, got loads of exercise through it. But I also really ended up with sore feet. And I think I'm just going to be one of those people now who, whatever I'm wearing, I'm going to wear trainers. I'm not going to go for uncomfortable shoes anymore. Put it out there. I also put things like because I should. So I'm going to do less things but just because I think I should versus do I really want to. I also put less snacks, but that's obviously like lockdown, having too much food accessible, going down. And then some of the things I wanted to keep. What do I want to keep in this Forward to Better World? The daily walks I've absolutely loved. I've done them almost every day since COVID started. Increased by the dog, because she needs a walk, but I am not letting that go. I absolutely love them. They are amazing. I want to keep finding joy. I want to keep working from home when it makes sense and to travel and to be places when that makes sense for me. So I just maybe challenge you all to think about maybe a little, doing a bit of reflection, a bit of a what do you want more of, what do you want less of, what do you want to keep? And then perhaps to consider, and this is going to be my next steps, what action do I need to take? What do I need to think about? What habits do I need to build and put into place to make sure I stick to my guns with some of this stuff? And I know that some of these things are going to mean me saying no. They're going to mean me feeling a little bit uncomfortable if everyone else is like in their smart shoes and I'm in my trainers. I think it's going to require me to actually to commit to doing some of the things that give me joy that are outside of work, like the singing, like the swimming, all of those kind of things. So I'm going to work on that myself. And if you want it, I've been thinking maybe I should put it into a little WorkJoy template and I can share it with you all as a way of taking stock and seeing where you've got to right now. So that's 10 minutes of me giving you a little update on this WorkJoy Wednesday. Hi Karen, long time no see, lovely to see you. Hi Becky, lovely to see you too. You joined as I was chatting on there. Does anyone have any questions, anything they want to ask me? I'm going to stop talking for a minute, take a sip of water, type something in if you want me to answer anything. Hi Karen. Oh, I think that's Joe that's just joined as well. Hi, Joe. Oh, Becky's doing a little wave out there. Hi, Becky. It's so lovely to see you. For those who've just joined, I'm just thinking about, are there any questions you want to ask? Is there anything that you want me to go away and do? Is there anything you'd like me to see me talking about? I'm going to do these, even though I really don't know what I'm doing on these Instagram live, I'm going to do them quite regularly. So if there's a subject you want me to wax lyrical about for 10 minutes, tell me what those things are. I can't see any questions coming through. But also, if you're watching this on replay, if you pop the questions into the comments, I will definitely come back to you and answer your questions. Or if you've got suggestions for people that I can ask them on the podcast, or if you've got anything that you want me to talk about, just pop them in here. Oh, thanks, Karen. Like an reflection piece, did it with my team. It's a great exercise to do with your team. Get to know them a bit better. Get to know what actually motivates them or what winds them up, what brings them some work joy, what brings them some work gloom. Great thing to do. Becky, when can we look forward to season 2 of the podcast? Season 2 will be coming out in June. Exact date to be confirmed. We're really looking forward to it. So we'll be finishing off season 1 in May, bringing out season 2 in June. Sal says, I'm new, so please say a little bit more about the WorkJoy programme. I certainly can do. So the WorkJoy program is called the WorkJoy Way, and it's a group program that consists of some group coaching sessions, 4 of them, 3 one-to-one coaching sessions with me, and a number, so kind of 8 experiments every other week over 16 weeks to go and do by yourself. They're reflection-based exercises that have some thinking stuff and then some suggested actions that you can go and do to think about how you can get more joy in your working life, to think about you as a person, to think about your career and what you want. And we put it all in the context of joy and life and work are all fit together. So it's all about how you can get more joy, creating and cultivating it, and also how you can manage some of that work glue. Now, we work in the real world, so we know that you don't experience joy 100% of the time, but it's about how do you manage some of those things? How do you manage your own attitude, your own behaviours? How do you consider how other people are thinking? You know, there's always those people who wind you up, or technology where you want to throw your laptop out the window, all of those kind of things. How do you manage that so that you can feel really great? And then when you feel really great about yourself and about your work, do great work, and there's like a cycle of massive amazingness that happens there. So Sal, I hope that's a good enough overview for now. If you go on the website, www.createworkjoy.com, you can see the WorkJoy Way, and it will give you a whole detailed output of what actually happens on each week. So we do exercises around who's in your squad. We do exercises around what are the hurdles and whether they're real or whether the ones you put in your own way. We look at things like habits and how do you get rid of habits that you don't like. I need to do my own for my snacks. How do you build new habits for things that you really want to do that can be helpful to you? So lots of different exercises throughout it. Thanks, Sal. But yeah, do go find out more. And also, if anyone wants to just chat about it, if you just email me, hello@createworkjoy.com, we can book in a chat and I'll happily wax lyrical to you about it for hours on end. Alan's saying, I love this thinking, Beth. Honestly, thinking about time spent on things pre-COVID. Yeah, I am on a bit of a mission about it. I have got a soapbox, which I am standing on right now, is I am not sure we all want to go back to normal. Maybe you do. Maybe everything was amazing for you beforehand. Now, I would have said before COVID, I was like 80% WorkJoy, like 80 to 90. I run my own business. I get to choose what I do. There are so many amazing things that I get to work in what I love most of the time. But I actually think there are some things now that I can really hone in on and go, that doesn't work for me anymore. That's not how I want to live my life. And yeah, Karen's saying, don't want to go back to the old normal. Was the old normal really that good? I know we all feel a bit nostalgic, and it's, you know, we all know that humans don't really like change. But let's consciously make the decision about what we want to do and not just fall back into old patterns, old things that don't serve us anymore, old ways of thinking, old ways of working. So if you want to hashtag it, I'm starting it. Hashtag forward to better versus hashtag back to normal. If you are following us on here, brilliant. You can also follow us on LinkedIn, Twitter and Facebook. The podcast is available on things like Spotify and Apple and through Anchor. So yeah, let's take it. I love that you're all kind of saying, look for the new normal. We definitely need to learn from COVID. It has taught us so much. The biggest experiment in flexible working that ever could have happened. Let's take that and let's see how we can make individuals happier. Let's see how we can make organisations better. Let's see how we can get better performance and some longer term thinking. There are so many things that we can take from this horrible, terrible situation that has happened, and to really take our own lives and make them better and take that ownership. So I have been on here for nearly 20 minutes. I hope you have found this useful in some way. If you are watching on replay, hello, you're very welcome to watch on replay. We know that the time doesn't work for everybody. I'd love to know what you think, what your thoughts are. Put some things in the chat, in the comments box. Tell us who you want me to approach to get on the podcast. I am quite brazen. I will ask anybody. I will go to them. They might say no. I'm prepared to be rejected. But if there's people you want to hear from, let me know. If you want to find out more about the WorkJoy Way, look on the website and then email me and we can have a conversation. I'd love to chat to you about it. September programme dates launching soon. I think we've got them. I just want to be double sure that we're happy to go with them. And yeah, listen to the podcast, see what you think. There are different things that probably meet different people's needs. So pick a mix, see where you can go from there. And I can see that this week's podcast guest, the amazing Lucy Gallagher, has just joined. And she, on the podcast this week, talking all about the side hustle and the joy of actually doing more than one thing and having more than one thing that you're passionate about. So do have a little listen there. Thank you all for joining me. It's so lovely to see people. Like, I don't know if you know. Oh, Joe Wicks for season 3. I'm going to give it a go. I'm definitely going to try. Why not? Why not ask him and see how that works? So lovely to see you. Lovely to see people who I haven't seen for a while, like Karen. We used to work together. She was my boss. Hi, Karen. Lovely to see you. And I will see you all in a couple of weeks' time when I do the next live. Do keep in touch. Let me know how things are going. Tell us what you think. And yeah, have a great and joyful rest of the week. See you later.